What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Civilization 5 with the 60 Civ AI only world battle. There's plenty of things going on across the map right now, including this that I haven't noticed until now. Mali is finally probably going to eliminate the two Sicilies. That'll be at the end of this turn. There's plenty of other stuff going on. We've got Britain versus Sweden. We've got the huge Russian-Mongolian team war against Attila. Mercuria's just peaced out with Egypt. Mali are, of course, fighting the Iroquois, which is, on paper, I guess, the biggest war, but obviously across the sea there isn't going to be too much going on there. It isn't actually the biggest war that could happen. I think the biggest one right now would be a full strength Poland v the UK, or maybe the Iroquois v the Sioux, just for the importance it would have, and probably the same for the Chinook. That category, any between like the North American trio would be pretty big. Mali v Mercuria, maybe, if Mercuria have time to recover. Obviously they're a lot weaker at the moment, and Mali are busy anyway, but they now have infantry. Be a scary prospect. Siam and Arabia v Greece doesn't really matter. Arabia could get over here. I don't really see how they're going to kill the boats though. So this might be a disaster. And something did happen. Where is it? Russia took or lost St. Petersburg. They regained St. Petersburg. Sorry, I was getting the naming too confusing. But there we go. They've re-grabbed that. So that means they're now technically winning, I guess, this war. Mongolia is yet to have any success. But yeah, Russia, that's a good start, and if they could grab one more city, even more than that, they would be in a really good spot, and obviously they'd break up the Huns. It was starting to look like they're running a bit low on units, although they now have battleships. It's weird, because only Mali have them apart from them, so, it shows you there's just random techs showing up all over the place. Mali pieced out with the Mayans. Not that that was particularly going anywhere, but it is done. Also, Russia doing Mongolia a huge favour by conquering St. Petersburg. So it means the Huns are less likely to conquer these cities, even if they do have 0 health. So that's pretty good for Mongolia anyway. Not so good for Attila. Are they still? I think they're still attacking. Yep, India and someone else. Chinook mainly. I think that was Arabia in. I don't know. They got some stuff around here. Those people at war with Samoa. It's probably going to fall pretty soon by the look of it. Mercuria has just joined that one as well, just to make things a little bit worse for them. Other major events, cities under siege, I don't think there's too many. We saw South America was pretty empty. Central America seems pretty fine as well. The Chinook have still managed to hold off the Shoshone. That's gone quite embarrassingly for the Shoshone, despite how bad their game's been. Britain v Sweden is obviously going on up here as well. Britain's turn now, so we'll just keep the focus here. We'll see if Sigtuna falls. Oh, into the red, and Helsinki into the yellow. So they may next turn end up with 2 new cities. Should not be good news for Sweden. But yeah, apart from that, there's not too many sieges going on. There's obviously the one in Rome that I'll look at in a second, because it is about to be over. Sorry, not Rome, Naples. And there you go. And Poland has put Athens in the yellow, so maybe there's a chance. There you go, Mali now controls part of Italy. Interesting. Attila is still trying to take the Russian city in Turkey. There's a chance, but it seems unlikely. And also, Arabia did settle in the tiniest gap on the west coast of Australia. There are so many Indian boats out this way. This is ridiculous. I mean, they've not really got anything else to build, so I kind of get it. They have just probably been 3-4 cities. They're all good cities. They've probably all got all the buildings. They are probably just pumping out units non-stop, which is, I guess, a good thing. Poland pieced out with Greece after putting in all that effort. They finally looked like they were close to getting it done, and they spare them. So they're obviously don't mind just leaving them around. They're a bit worried about something else. Maybe they need to consider what Russia and the Huns, all that sort of stuff. That's fine. That's what to be expected. It's Russia's turn now. Let's see what they can do to the city of Novgorod. Not too much this turn. It's backs to a mountain, which I guess helps the city, gives it a nice higher defense. Mongolia has not really made much progress with the siege yet. I don't know if they don't want to get close, or they just seem to be sitting back. They've surrounded it now, but obviously the planes probably doing a lot of damage to them, to be fair, which they don't want to get destroyed by. Rhodesia's not doing anything, neither of the Congo or Shaka. Shaka has still got his MPs, so he's not really a huge player in this game anymore. But Ethiopia have got some good units. Burundi have a fair few. Congo, Rhodesia, nothing from them. Benin held on. The Songhai are still here with a pretty good city. I'm surprised no one's gone after this. It's quite a big chunk on the map. Maybe a Mercuria or Mali will add it to their empire at some point. Hopefully Mercuria, just for border gore. I mean, it's pretty bad anyway. Oh, it's actually fixed itself a bit up here. That's nice. I think that's because the Sicilies fell. It was a bit broken before. There's a bit nicer looking borders. Yeah, the Iroquois will hold on to Seville. Argentina pieced out with the Mayans. Still haven't taken out Brazil. Oh, there we go. Finally, Burundi might be in trouble. Ethiopia and Rhodesia. I mean, this will be very difficult with no planes and no boats in the lakes. But we'll see how this goes. They got numbers to throw at it. It's probably just the best case for Arabia and India. Like if Ethiopia lose a lot of units, they might come over this way. Brazil has pieced out with Japan. Okay, Poland v the Ottomans. I mean, they have open borders, but I don't think it will really, it's going to be too awkward. Like when you've got to cross through another war zone just to make it happen. Like that's probably not going to happen. Mali's in there too, but they can't really get over here unless they like bomb it, but they can't see it. So unless Poland gives them vision somehow, don't really think that will happen. I'll just check it for a minute. I thought for a minute the Ottomans had attacked Mali. I was like, what's going on there? That's not right. That is wrong. But no, that's not what happened. Chile, Benin. Oh, peace deal between Burundi and the Ottomans. It's when Burundi give away their other city to the Ottomans in petty, just like out of pettiness. Just stop Rhodesia and Ethiopia having it. That'd be quite funny. Wasn't to be, but it would have been a good laugh. See what Mali up to now that they have conquered Italy and gained 2 more capitals in very quick succession. I think they do have the most, so that would make sense. They've just got even more. How many do they have? So they have theirs, which is Nieni. They have Gao, which was the Songhai. Marrakesh was Morocco. Carthage was Carthage. Garama was the Garamates. And then, Naples being the 2 Sicily. So I think that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. 6 capitals. Quite impressive. Don't think anyone's got more. Britain has 2. You expect some of these civs to have more, don't you? But they only have 2. The Iroquois only have 2 as well, because I think Austin was Texas's capital, not Houston. So yeah, they just have Washington. So, it's not really directly linked to how well a civ's doing. The Shoshone have an equal amount. Doesn't really mean much. And Great Britain does capture Denmark. And that's going to be a bit of a blow for Sweden. Obviously, pretty cut off now from Helsinki here in sort of Norway. So I imagine that will fall next turn as well. And then, Stockholm's at risk if they are willing to send the boats in. And obviously if they can kill more of the units, they will get closer to Berlin. So that'll be interesting. I imagine they might take Helsinki and peace out for Berlin. I don't know, something like that. It's a big city, so it might not happen, but that's what I could see happening. And then leave Sweden with Stockholm. That could work, or they could take all of it, which would obviously be very good if they wanted to keep themselves as big contenders here. I think, judging from the comments, I feel like they're going to do very well. I think you guys have really enjoyed what Britain have been up to, and obviously it's going to be a vote this time. So if you guys think they're the winner, that's fine. But in terms of pure strength, I would still put the Iroquois in first, Mali in second, but then I would probably, if I was to vote, I would vote for Mali probably over the Iroquois on the entertainment thing and leave Britain in third. But you guys are going to have your own choice, so it doesn't really matter at all what I think. But that's the way I'd be swayed to go for it right now. I still think they're the big 3 for their own reasons. The Iroquois have the numbers, particularly in land units, although the boats are starting to catch up now, and the planes. Mali have the technology. They're probably, everything's a little bit better than the Iroquois. And Britain just have so many boats and have, also been very entertaining. We've got to give them credit for that. But there's other civs. I mean, if I was to give you... Let's try and do a top 10. I know, those are 3. So I'm not going to do it in a particular order. I need to pick 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 7 more civs. So I would say... I would rule out everyone in South America if I were going for a top 10. I don't think... bit harsh on Argentina, maybe. We'll come back if there's space for them. But let's just rule out all of South America. Let's rule out every other civ that is on an island. So Australia, Indonesia. We might come back to Indonesia. But top 10. Now the Jar, I would have put in there, but they're on par with Argentina, really. Mongolia's not doing too much. It's quite hard, going to be honest. The technology, I'd put the Huns in there. Put Russia in there just because they have better tech. So that's 2 out of 7. Argentina pieced out with Brazil. Poland would be in there. That's a bit harsh on the other civs though, but I'd put Poland in there, so that's 3. Mercuria would be in there. Again, sort of just more about size than technology here. So that's 4. 3 civs left. Rhodesia is maybe a shout that would be in there. The Chinook would also be a shout. And I mean, the Sioux are not that bad. I think we're giving them a bad racket, mate. Technology's not there, but they do have planes, so it's hard to tell. I'd probably put the Sioux and the Chinook in there as well. So, and then, I don't know, yeah. Because, I mean, if the Sioux have planes, their units aren't quite as good. Would you put them above Indonesia? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I've got 78 turns. Hopefully a few more of them die. I completely missed India and Arabia in that list as well. So it's going to be very difficult for me to pick a top 10. That's what I'm saying. And order them. That is going to be brutal. I might have to just use score. So 10th place score. That was the wrong list. Do 10th place, 9th, 8th and 7th. And you pick who comes last out of those 4. And then add the next one up. Maybe just use score. I know it's not the best method, but because you guys are then voting on it, that could work. I'm not really sure what exactly we'll do at the moment, but it'll be something like that. And the World Congress, nope, has not yet been founded. There's a chance it has not been founded. I mean, there are some civs that probably haven't met everyone. Or haven't met... Yeah. I mean, no, that's not... There is some civs that will have not been met by everyone. Not they haven't met everyone. So, the Shoshone... I mean, I see that until this war, they probably never had open borders. They might have never been seen by anyone. And then if the Sioux and the Chinook have the similar sort of thing, maybe they haven't seen Sweden or the Ottomans, right in the middle of the map, and they haven't been able to get out. Particularly, someone like the Ottomans is probably preventing the World's Congress, or it might just be that I have turned it off in here. So maybe it has formed and we don't see what's happening. But I think it is quite possible it's not formed at all. Because there's just so much going on this map, and there's so many civs locked right in the middle of continents with no real way to explore. Notably the Ottomans, I guess, is the best example. Right there. Probably can't really get out, and probably haven't met everyone. And of course you have to meet all of them. One civ has to meet all of them. And that might not have happened yet. I mean, some of them are only just, I say only just. The majority are only just learning, and of the coastal civs, to cross the deep sea. I'd say Britain and the Iroquois, Mali, and India, the powerful civs make up most of the boats in the deep ocean. And then there's very few, for Chile, Japan, the odd one here and there. Burundi's holding on for now, though they are a little bit under siege. See if Mongolia do a better job. Okay, they're pushing through. They're getting there. I mean, even if they just grab this city, that's fine for them, because there's mountains here. Don't see Russia really coming through the mountains. So maybe then they could go after the Khazar after that or something. That'd be interesting. And then come back for the Jar. That'd be actually really interesting to see. We'll see how that all plays out. And obviously Russia could just keep chipping away at Attila if they keep having success. Just need to take a few cities off him and they'll be in a good spot. So Arabia gave up on attacking Greece. The Maya, the third civ, to go with freedom. And there we go, Sweden. Oh no, Sweden recaptured their city. Oh. Well, Britain will probably be grabbing 2 this turn anyway, and that might be it for taking them back. So that'll be the tip of Denmark, sort of here, and Norway. So there'll just be sort of Sweden left, obviously Finland, the very small Finland on this map. It's under Russia's control. I don't know how they got these kind of populations out of these cities. 17 and 22, right next to each other in such a tiny corner. All these cities are huge, and they always are, to be fair, in this region. Moscow's big. Obviously, these 2 would be massive if they hadn't have fallen once or twice. This one's 25, 23 in Atil, 18, 14, 29 obviously here, 27. Berlin was quite big, obviously it would be 32 or so now if it hadn't have fallen. Benin's gone freedom too. Interesting. Obviously the Ottoman's not too big. Oh, someone said there was another funny shaped thing that I should look for. I think this was a few episodes ago. Oh, no, actually, that might have been my Civ 6 series. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't see any of those objects. The Chinook, in the end, grabbed... India put in a lot of work, but the Chinook stole it away. Samoa, though, have been eliminated. Japan versus Polynesia. Ooh, didn't see that coming. That might be the end for Polynesia. They don't really have any boats. Japan do, so they might conquer this and eliminate another Civ. We're starting to get through them now. Won't be many left. I wonder if the Chinook, yeah, they're definitely holding on to this now. I don't know how the Shoshone messed up so bad. They haven't moved that rifleman once, which is obviously an embarrassing sign. Or once towards. They've moved it from here to there. Not really the ideal thing to do. Don't know if the Chinook are too keen on completely taking them out. I mean, why not? Just send those planes over. There we go. So Britain, okay, they didn't grab Helsinki. They don't really have enough boats, and it's kind of awkward in the corner. You can only really shoot it with 2 at a time, I guess. Although they have a plane. But there you go. They've captured this one again, and this time it's to stay, because obviously that submarine will be too strong. Sweden cannot do anything. Their units will literally be dying, and they don't know what's going on. That'd probably make me rage quit, so I can understand if they'd be a bit annoyed. And let's see what Mali get up to. They've frozen the game. There we go. Back to normal again. See what they get up to. Obviously they are still with the Iroquois, so I don't think they'll be ploughing into anything huge. But they could do if they wanted to. They're not really fighting the Iroquois. There's little boat battles over here. And the fact that they're here means they may have peaced out already, so it's not... I might have just missed it. They may have done last episode, actually. I mean, not that... Yeah, we would notice if they were, like, you know, attacking each other's cities, and they're not. 8 planes now in Spain. Mali do not have as many. Obviously, I think they lost 5 when... Oh, no, they are still fighting. Never mind. That battleship just died. Good effort, I guess. Oh. Inca are trying to take the Mayan capital. It'll be close. We will see. See how that plays out. Arabia still looking pretty strong. I did look at it or hover the mouse over it. At least they grabbed a new city here, which means they'll be able to build a couple more boats. Although these ones, I would say, are limited by India, but it looks like they have open borders. Should make sense. Considering they seem to be conquering the Pacific together. Or, I mean, India seems to be getting all the rewards. They got this chain off the Indonesian islands. I wonder whether Indonesia would go after these. They might be tempted. I don't know if they feel strong enough numbers-wise, but they could. How are the demographics looking? They still... So Mongolia are going to take this? City's in the red. So next turn, next episode, Russia should grab that. Novgorod, which means it will definitely be a loss for Attila this war. And we'll see if Mongolia... It's taken a while. They've always been taking a while, to be fair. And I did open up the demographics, which slows it down when they're not opening. Sorry. Yawn. Very unprofessional. Hopefully it'll load up soon. It's fine. I don't know why Mongolia takes so long specifically. Don't know what exactly is causing that, but it's just the case. 4 turns left till the resistance ends here for Indonesia. Assume there's not that... Okay, here we go. So Britain lead the way for population. The Iroquois now lead 5 categories. I don't think they led all 5 of those before, but they do now. Mali still leads the way for technology. Interesting. The Inca v Indonesia. Wasn't expecting that. Don't think much will come from it. This settler is very exposed. But apart from that, yeah, I don't see too much coming from that. Japan not making too much progress just yet. Tiller gets to fight back. He's in the yellow and the red. But this could be a nervy time for him. I'm wondering what the Ottomans will be feeling if it just gets pushed down to the Huns just in Ankara. Just backs against the wall with nothing else. That'd be some irony in there somewhere. Following earlier's events. Burundi's held Ethiopia and Rhodesia off just fine, as you'd expect. Really? Is that a pyramid? How the heck? I guess the Garamantes built the pyramids with the hole in... Oh no, it looked like a hole in the top. But it is... There's a little point in there. It's just low graphics. That's what it is. Who else? I swear I said someone else was close to elimination. I think it must have been about Polynesia, who are still fine at the moment. Chile has entered the modern era. There's no wars in South America anymore. Although, yeah, these are just healing. Don't worry about that. New Zealand, who I sort of forget about, are even here. They're just chilling. Wouldn't put them in the top 10. Don't worry. I didn't forget about them that much. But yeah, I wouldn't put Australia in this time. They've not really done... This has been the worst Australia ever. Like, the fact that there is other civs in Australia itself is pretty embarrassing for them. I don't know if it's because New Zealand was there and they're worried, or just, I don't know, it didn't really go their way. But yeah, obviously they weren't keen on doing too well this game. Oh, there we go, Japan making a bit of a start. Chinook still defending this city. If the Shoshone take it now, I'd be very annoyed. Oh, is that a battleship I see? Yep, so the Chinook have those too. Yeah, I'd definitely put them higher up, maybe. Maybe these are 4th place. It's probably a bit harsh not to include them. They do have a lot of territory. We'll see. I mean, the Sioux have plenty of planes, and that might just be enough. Obviously, the Iroquois have anti-air guns, which, you know, just showing off. And they have so much artillery. Look at that, that is ridiculous. It's like, there must be about 30 across this little space. 25, 30 maybe. Would not want to go face to face with that. Rhodesia's turn. Doubt they are going to pull off a miracle and conquer that city. Just keep my eye on this. I think Britain will be going pretty soon. We'll see what they do to wrap this one up. Rhodesia, you okay there, buddy? You taking a while? You good? Take that as a no. We only made it through 4 turns this episode. That's what it will be 5 once the turn's over. That's not great. Well, you know, it's fine. It's cool. No one's moaned yet. That's gonna be my new plan to how to assess things. You okay, guys? You're taking a real long time here. I know you're trying to figure out how to attack someone through mountains, which is obviously awkward enough, and I might not include mountains next time. It was suggested in a comment. It's something I have actually done before. I've removed them. Obviously, it's a bit... I guess the world map's a bit... I think I've removed them from a Europe... I don't know. Maybe I did remove them from a world map. It's definitely doable. Obviously, it's just... The problem is you have to reload the game each time you want to see. So if you miss a spot, you have to do it all again. It's a bit of a nightmare, which is why I stopped. And I also stopped just because I thought it wasn't as... It kind of creates these cool scenarios. Like, India would not normally survive if I removed the Himalayas. Mongolia would just normally run away with it, or China, whoever. We just take them out. And there's Mali's turn, so the UK were not successful. And that means we can end this episode. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.